Well, hello everyone. This is going to be a short tutorial video to demonstrate a technique that you can use when you're trying to merge or append two MARC database files together based upon the same input file, but where two different groups have worked on the problem and have given the groups in the input file different names. All right, so I'm going to just demonstrate one approach that works pretty well. And it's really not too difficult to do if you just sort of take your time. All right, so to demonstrate this, I'm going to actually mimic the problem. I'm going to take a data set. I'm going to pretend that one of the groups of students in a group that you're working together, or folks you're working together with, we'll call this group A. And there's their data file, and they're going to run it. It's 7 occasions. It's got 2 groups. And it's got males and females in it, but they use M and F to identify the groups. So go ahead and run this, set this up. I'm going to run a couple of predefined models here. I'm going to take the first 2 for phi and the first 2 for p, just run those to give us some models to look at. Run those, okay, and then we're done. Now let's say over on the other side of the room, the other folks in your group are working with the exact same data set, but we're going to call these the group B people. So it's the exact same data set, okay? And they're running it, except that they call the groups male and female, all right? So they go ahead and do this, and let's say that the models that that group was running were the other 2 models, the bottom 2 models here for the predefined models. We'll go ahead and run those. Okay. So let's now shut all that off. That works fine. So here you are, you're the group A individuals, and you're working away, and now you're ready to take the results from the group B individuals and merge them in with yours. So the group E individuals email you their files, their DBF and their FBT files. You load up your stuff, and you go File, Append. Well, there's group B's. You click that, and you get an error message. The error message says that the results database to be appended differs from or for the group names. You used M and F, and group B used male and female, and you figure, well, this is a problem. And it is a problem, because you can't append them unless they use the same name. So what do? Well, what you do really is this. So you want to take the group B's models, and you want to rerun them, but changing the model name, or the group names. How do you do that? Well, it's actually pretty easy. We'll start off with a new thing, and this is going to be group B renamed, okay? So select your data file. Again, it's 7 occasions, 2, and here you're now going to enter correctly the group labels, the group names that group A used, and it's going to be M and F respectively. Now, down here for results file name, you want to change this, and you're going to call it B, and I'm going to call it B underscore renamed. Okay, if I just use B, it just overwrites it, and that sort of defeats the purpose. You don't want to redo all the work. So click OK. There you go. Now, we want to rerun the models that the group B did. We don't want to recreate them all. Now, these are predefined models. It wouldn't take very long. But suppose that the group B had built a whole bunch of models, really complicated design matrices and all that kind of stuff. You literally don't want to have to rebuild them all by hand. You don't have to. All you need to do is first click this little green icon here, which opens up the browser database, and there's nothing in it. Select the Run menu. You're going to run File Models. And here you're going to go into the models that group B had built, select them all right, and then click OK, and they'll run. And what you don't see is that they actually have run with the new names that you've given them. All right, so I'm going to exit out of here. Okay, now I'm going to pretend that I'm group A again. Group A, and now I want to append the MARC DBF using the renamed ones, and it works perfectly. Pretty slick. Okay, so this is the easiest and to some degree maybe the only way to do this. It helps in future, if you run into this problem, to coordinate with people who are running some of the models, if you've split yourself into separate groups, each group running a different subset of models, to at least synonymize on the names that you give your groups and your covariates. Doing that in advance will make things a little simpler, but even if you forget to do that, there is a solution that has just been demonstrated here. It's not too big of a deal, and so you should not worry too much. All right, take care, everyone.